Hey everyone, hi Ross here, welcome back to the channel. Now, as you may well be aware, I've been on the early access server for Arena Breakout Season 2 for a couple of weeks now, and I've been playing Port quite a lot, which you're seeing in the background. So guys, in this video, I figured I would go through some top tips for the map itself, things to expect and how to actually get around them, as well as the extractions and stuff like that. So, without further ado guys, if you would hit that like button on the video, would appreciate it, and make sure you do subscribe to the channel, and we'll get straight into it. So then guys, first of all we're going to talk about the free safes on the Port map. Now there's currently 3 free safes that you can find and open on the Port. Now there's one that you're seeing right now in the background, which is in the apartment complex at the very top floor in room 301 or 302 or something like that, one of the unlocked rooms. You just go to the bedroom at the back and it's got a free safe in there. The second one is at the cafeteria, which is a little bit at the opposite end of the map. You go upstairs in this area, there's a free safe on the second floor, the first floor, whichever way you want to put that. And finally, in the actual Port Authority building itself, there is one on the second floor in the war room. Now, these are free. Like I said, they're not secret safes. They're not going to take you 60 seconds to open. You just need to literally go to them and open them, and they can have some decent stuff in, especially on lockdown. So make sure you memorize exactly where they are, so if you spawn near them, you can just run straight to them. So guys, next we're going to talk about the boss and his guards. Now, the boss will literally only spawn inside the Port Authority building. He doesn't spawn in any of the other danger zones like happens on Northridge and Farm and stuff like that. He's not going to spawn in any of the other places, literally just in here. Now, it's going to be relatively easy to tell if he's there, because if he is there, an alarm will go off. Just like, similar to the one you find in Armory when someone opens the door, similar sort of deal, an alarm will start going off. Now what this alarm does is, like similarly to the one in Valley where DOS sets off the alarm and guards spawn, as long as this alarm is going off, guards for the boss will continually spawn. And there's only 2 ways you can actually disable this alarm, and that is to either kill the boss or press the signal device to destroy it. Now I'm going to show you exactly where it is. Now guys, as you enter the Port Authority area, you're going to come to like this little sort of antenna thing right in front of us. You can see it here with a computer. A little hand appears. Clicking that hand destroys the signal and stops the boss guards spawning. However, might not be a good idea if you want to do this, because I'm going to tell you why. It's a very interesting way. The guards that spawn will all have tier 3 ammo, and they literally don't stop spawning. So if you're using a gun that uses the same ammo they do, you can literally just farm and farm and farm ammo to your heart's content. So much so, I've once seen myself sometimes walking out with a couple of hundred M855 or a couple of hundred PS, you know what I mean, stuff like that. You can get a massive amount of ammo from just farming the guards. But obviously on the global server guys, this is early access, there's nobody else running around but me. There's going to be other players trying to do this, there might be scout players and stuff, so you do have to watch for that. But like I say, if you want to deactivate it, if you want to focus on the key rooms, you want to kill the boss and stuff, that's how you do it. Just run up to it and press it. Right guys, next we've got a new addition to Port only. You're not going to find these on any other map, which is the trip mines and claymores. Now if you're not paying attention, like I've just done there, grenade just hit us, that was a trip mine. If you're not paying attention to the little wires sticking across the floor, some of them have got M62, some of them have got GHO, some of them are just flashbangs, but they will absolutely annihilate you. 2 trip mines is usually a fatal kill, so just make sure you do watch out for them. Now these will spawn in random areas of the map, and there's a couple of ways you can actually get rid of them without actually triggering them. Now it's important to note before get into how you can stop them going. If a bot walks through a trip mine, it will set it off. Interestingly, if you lead them to it and they walk through it, they will damage them. You can do it with a boss and stuff like that. I've done it loads of times. Just make sure you try and lure them into it, and they sort of damage themselves, make themselves a bit easier to kill. But yeah, you can actually do that. It's actually quite fun. But the next thing is claymores. Now claymores are a bit easier to see. They've got red lasers sticking out either side of them. And to get rid of these, you just literally shoot them and they'll blow up. But I haven't actually purposely walked into one yet to find out how much damage they do. But I'm going to imagine it's probably quite high. It might even kill you in one shot. Who knows? But like I say, I'm not stupid enough to not notice them with the big red layers sticking out of them. But the trip mines sometimes I just don't notice, and they do absolutely ruin your raid because they hurt your armor, they hurt you, and they make you have to heal. So to actually disarm trip mines, guys, there's a couple of ways you can do it. Well, actually, there's only one way you can do it. You can sneak up or walk up to the trip mine itself, find where the grenade is at the end of the wire, and pick the grenade up. That'll disarm it. You can also, like I say, get bots to walk into it. You can trigger it yourself if it's not an explosive one, just by running through it. But if you want to avoid them completely, you can actually jump over them and avoid them altogether so that you don't take any damage and maybe somebody else will run into them. Just remember where they are so you're not going to do it again. So guys, in this segment of the video, we're going to talk a little bit about the actual map layout. Now, there's spawns literally all over the shop. There's no sort of sides of the map that people are going to spawn. They just spawn literally in a circle all the way around. So there's literally anywhere someone can be at any given time, especially when you're running around. So you have to make sure you're paying attention to all these close-knit little alleyways and streets and stuff, because people are going to be camping quite a lot on this map. I can guarantee it, because they do it on Chinese. Anyway, guys, you've got the Twilight Apartment, which you saw at the free safe segment of the video. That was the bit with the 3-story, where the safe is at the top. You've got the Port Authority, obviously, at the bottom there. That's where the boss spawns inside of there. And you've got the cafeteria on the left there, which you saw on the free safe again. That was another place. Now, construction site has got decent stuff in. Post office, pretty decent loot areas in. You've got department store, which has not really got that much in, to tell you the truth. Guard camp's got quite a few things in. Parking lot, bit pointless. And then you've got loads of different places like Shorewind Lair and stuff. It's got an upstairs sniper camp spot. Lots of little places just to loot around. But the main places are, of course, Port Authority, Cafeteria. In Twilight Apartment, that's where you're going to find the most players, as well as locked rooms to find some decent stuff. Except I don't think there's actually a locked room in Cafeteria, but still pretty decent area. Now, we're going to look at the extraction points, as there's 4. Now, this is lockdown mode. I haven't done any videos on regular because I can't record accurately on the early access server on regular, because everybody is super sweating on their scavenger players trying to get a kill as fast as possible, and it just actually ruins your recording when you're trying to sort of explore and show things off. So we're going to go into extraction points. I'm going to tell you exactly how you can extract from these. So guys, I've recorded a couple of these extraction points, which I will show you in this last segment of the video, but pretty much we've got 4 extraction points. Now, number 1, you're seeing, is a helicopter. Number 2, very centre of the map there, is underground sewage exit, which will only open in the last 10 minutes of the match. If you're on regular, I think it's open all the time, but it's a very bad camp spot because there's only one way in. It's underground, and people can sort of like sit and wait in the darkness because it's very dark in there. So make sure that's a last resort extraction point if you're going to use it. Number 3, I think, off the top of my head, is a chance extract. I think there's only 50% chance of it being there, and you need something else. I'm not really 100% sure on that one. I never used number 3. I will get into it in another video. Number 4 is an extraction point that you need a required item for, which is the whistle. Now, the whistle itself, you may hear the guards whistling quite a lot. The guards in the Port Authority drop the whistle that you need to extract, and it looks exactly like this. You just need one of these and you can go use that. Now, it's important to note that your teammates will also need a whistle to use it, so if you're not by yourself, make sure that you pick one up as well. Now, the helicopter is activated, and I'm going to show you right now. But first, guys, this is extract number 2, which is the sewage entrance. Now, you're seeing this is the only way to get down. There's sometimes a trip mine here, and as you can see, on the inside of here, it's very dark, and there's lots of places to camp in, which does get ridiculous. You'll find people sitting with grenades or sitting around the corner from here waiting for someone to run down. Very sort of difficult one to actually extract from if you're not paying attention. Now, guys, in this little tent here is where you activate the helicopter extract. I've marked on the map here, as you can see, but you can actually just select the extraction point and it'll tell you exactly where the switch is anyway on the map itself. And this activates the helicopter. It'll start counting down and then you just run to it, and you can either sit inside of it or sit near it, but make sure you're inside of it when you actually want to extract. The doors will shut at the very last second, but you have to watch post office doors, which are the double doors opposite, because a lot of people will sit there with a sniper rifle and shoot you as you're inside the helicopter. So make sure you are paying attention to that specific area, because it's very, very important that you don't lose track of it and get killed. It's very, very easy to do so, especially on normal with scout players running around, because as soon as you activate this extract, people know you've done it. So guys, I'm going to wrap up the video right here. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Port is probably one of the funnest maps to play. It's very varied in size and sort of areas you can sit in and actually have some decent CQB battles in. There's a very sort of closely knit series of buildings, and there's also streets to run across, alleyways, and there's lots of bots with decent, sort of half decent gear anyway, especially on lockdown. Very good on lockdown. Anyway, hope you have enjoyed this video, guys. I hope it's a good introduction to the map for you. I hope it helps you when Season 2 does launch at the end of this month. I will do a video on that separately to this one, but yes. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you have enjoyed it again, please do leave a like down below and make sure you have subscribed to the channel, and I will see you in the next one very, very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.